Most people walk through life hoping to be liked. They spend time worrying about how they're perceived. They replay conversations in their heads, wondering if they said something wrong. They monitor their expressions, their tone, their behavior, all to fit in better, to be seen, to be accepted. But here's the truth. Trying to be liked often makes you less likable. Not because there's something wrong with you, but because people can sense when you're not being fully yourself. We're drawn to people who are comfortable in their own skin, not perfect, not flawless, just comfortable. There's something relaxing about being around someone who isn't trying too hard. You can feel it. They don't rush to fill silence. They don't seek approval in every sentence. They're okay with being misunderstood sometimes. They're okay with disagreement. They don't need to dominate the room. They're simply present. And that presence, that sense of groundedness, makes people feel at ease. It makes them feel safe. And when people feel safe, they naturally open up. They become more curious. They want to spend more time with you. Not because you said something amazing, but because being around you makes them feel better about themselves. This is what real charisma looks like. It's not about tricks. It's not about charm or jokes or always knowing what to say. It's about stability, emotional steadiness, being the kind of person who doesn't need to control the situation because they trust themselves to handle it, whatever it is. When you stop trying to control how you're seen, when you stop trying to manage every impression, you give people something incredibly rare, the experience of real connection. You become someone they can relax around, someone they don't have to impress back, someone who listens, not because they're trying to be polite, but because they're genuinely paying attention. And the best part? You don't have to become someone else to do this. You don't need to be louder. You don't need to be more confident in the way the internet defines confidence. You just need to stop editing yourself out of fear. Let people see you, not the version you think they want. Be honest. Be kind. Ask questions because you care, not because you're trying to win approval. Listen like their words matter, because they do. Show up as someone who isn't desperate to be liked, but still cares about people. That balance is powerful. It's what makes people feel drawn to you, even if they can't quite explain why. And here's the secret most people never figure out. The less you try to be impressive, the more impressive you become. Because when you stop performing, your presence does the work for you. So take the pressure off. You're not here to win people over. You're here to show up honestly, to connect, to be real. And when you do that, you'll find that the people who matter will naturally find their way to you. Not because you chased them, but because you became someone worth finding. Now let's reveal one of the most powerful truths of human connection. People are drawn to those who are deeply curious about them. Not nosy, not interrogative, but curious. When you ask real questions, not just how are you, but what lights you up. Not what do you do, but what makes you feel alive. You break the script. Most people go through life feeling invisible, like they're playing roles instead of being seen. But when someone looks at them and asks, gently, genuinely, what's your story? They soften, they open, because they feel chosen. And being chosen in a world of distractions feels like oxygen. So practice this. In every interaction, seek to know them. Not to impress, not to win, but to see. And you'll become someone they can't forget. There's a language older than words. The way you breathe, the way you hold yourself, the way your shoulders sit when you enter a room. This is what people notice first and remember last. Because before they even hear you, they feel you. If your energy is closed, defensive, tight, they'll retreat. But if your energy is open, anchored, relaxed, they'll lean in. This is why people with embodied confidence, who move slowly, speak clearly, and look others in the eye, often don't need to say much. Their energy does the talking. You can't fake this, but you can cultivate it. Stand tall, breathe fully, take your time. The more at home you are in your own body, the more others will want to be near you. If you want people to feel drawn to you, start by becoming the kind of person you would be drawn to. Do you want warmth? Then radiate warmth. Do you want depth? Then speak from your depth. Do you want to be heard? Then become a master listener. Too often we chase connection while living disconnected. We want others to make us feel seen while refusing to see them. But when you begin showing up with softness, strength, sincerity, the world responds. You become a mirror, and people, whether they realize it or not, will want to return to your reflection. Because in your presence, they remember their own humanity, and that's rare, and that's magnetic. Ironically, the most likable people are the ones who don't try to be. They're kind, yes, but not at the expense of their truth. They're open, yes, but not desperate for approval. They're themselves, fully, boldly, softly. And it's that self-possession that makes people lean in. Because deep down, we're all tired of the mass. We're tired of performances. We want real. So here's the paradox. If you want people to be drawn to you, stop trying to be someone they'll like. Start becoming someone you respect. And when you do, you'll find that you no longer need to chase attention because you've become the kind of person people naturally gravitate toward. Not because you're perfect, but because you're true. And truth is magnetic. There's a strange kind of magic we all sense but can't explain. You've felt it before. A person walks into a room. They don't say much, but somehow everyone turns toward them. Eyes linger. Energy shifts. People lean in. They're not the loudest, not the smartest, not even the best looking, but something about them, it draws others in like a tide that cannot be resisted. And then there's you, trying to be liked, trying to be good, trying to impress, but it never quite works. You wonder, what is it they have that I don't? The answer isn't in their words. It's not even in their smile. It's in something deeper, something ancient, a silent signal we all send, whether we know it or not. Today you'll learn how to send it, how to speak before speaking, how to awaken the part of you that draws people in. Naturally, effortlessly. This is not manipulation. It's not a trick. It's alignment. And once you unlock it, people won't just listen to you. They'll feel you. Let's begin. Humans don't fall for words. They fall for presence. Think of the last time someone really made you feel seen, not just heard, not nodded at, but seen. Like the moment you spoke, they were no longer thinking about their own life, their phone, or what they were going to say next. They were with you. And that's the first truth you must understand. People are drawn to those who are deeply present, not the clever, not the charming, not even the beautiful. Presence, raw attention, is rare and therefore irresistible. We live in a world that constantly distracts. Most people are only half there, half listening, half feeling, half living. So when someone walks in fully awake, grounded in their body, not rushing, not proving, just being, they instantly stand out. You feel calm around them, safe, curious, open, because their energy isn't trying to take anything. They're not trying to be liked. They're already at peace with themselves, and that peace becomes contagious. This is the first piece of the magnet. Be present, fully, deeply, quietly. People will feel it in their bones. Here's a truth most people will never admit. We treat others based on how they treat themselves. If you secretly think you're unworthy, you'll subtly seek validation in every interaction. You'll over-explain, over-apologize, over-give, and people will feel it, not consciously, but intuitively. They'll sense something's off. Because neediness, even when disguised as kindness, has a weight. It feels like pressure, and pressure repels. But when you truly believe in your own value, not from arrogance, but from a quiet inner knowing, you no longer need to chase people. And paradoxically, they start chasing you. We are drawn to people who don't need us because they feel whole on their own. And their self-trust gives us permission to trust them too. So ask yourself, do I move from lack or from fullness?
Ah sì.
Do I enter rooms hoping to be chosen or knowing I belong? The most magnetic people have decided, long before anyone else did, that they are enough. And that decision echoes. Most people think charisma is about talking, but the opposite is true. Those who speak less but feel more, those who listen with their whole body, those who pause before responding, have something most don't. Weight, gravity, depth. You don't need to have perfect lines. You don't need to always say the right thing. You just need to be real. When you speak slowly, when your voice has space in it, when your words match your eyes, you become someone people can trust. Because we don't remember the content of a conversation, we remember how it made us feel. So if your words are calm, your energy centered, people will leave you feeling better than they came. And that, more than intelligence or wit, is what makes you unforgettable.